Welcome to another AMA with Kadena Project Network. In this episode, we will be speaking with the team from KOR Blockchain. This conversation was recorded on November 4th, 2022, live on Twitter Spaces. The views and expressions in this AMA do not represent the views of KPN directly and are not to be considered as financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research on the projects presented. Also make sure to follow our account to be alerted of new uploads. Now let's get started. Enjoy. Might as well get right into this because there's a lot of information to talk about. So welcome to another AMA with Kadena Project Network. Today we are talking with Chase from KOR. How are you guys doing?
How's it going, man? Thanks for having me.
Of course, always welcome. So you guys are super busy, hard at work. You got your miners going, mining away, and you're about to come out with your Blocks NFTs and release some more information about your OG badge. So why don't we just first start off with a quick little reminder for everyone, if you don't know what KOR Blockchain is all about and what they are offering and how they are doing it just a little bit different from everyone else. Why don't we just give a quick little elevator pitch?
Cool. Yes. Thanks for the intro and everything. And first of all, I want to say thank you for everybody for being in here today. I noticed a couple OGs in the chat. We got Thalval, Brad, Redacted, DeFi Elvis, Gino, and hopefully I didn't forget anybody else. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sure you're going to be happy with the utility here. So as far as a little bit about KOR and myself, my name is Chase. I'm the founder of KOR. And basically what KOR Blockchain is the world's first mining service on Web3. And right now, currently, we have hash rate associated with NFTs and fully functioning payout contracts. So just to kind of recap for those who don't know, we've been actually operating projects called Blocks. And Blocks is in here too as well. That's our CEO, Ben. He's listening on the other side. So we have been operating Blocks kind of anonymously for the past about around a month and a half. And we actually came out this week and announced that we were the guys behind Blocks. So that's pretty much the point of this AMA here, is that hopefully we cover all the questions on Blocks, another mining project. It's our PFP project to be exact, and hopefully answer any questions, as well as we'll reveal the utility that you get with Blocks for holding one of our OG badges that are for sale right now with KOR.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been following the Blocks thing and just being like, this is very cryptic. Everything's very cryptic. And now that I find out, that you guys were behind it and that's what you were doing, I thought that was genius now, like looking back at it, and just kept kind of people guessing and wondering, what is this all about? And it was really, really well done. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I love the sneak peeks too.
Yeah. It was really hard.
The cryptic.
Yeah, not jumping the gun, and we wanted every day to release it, but we were like dying to reveal that was us. But we try to keep it as low key as possible until we were ready to announce it. So,
well, I guess you guys are ready to announce it, so let's get right into it. So people have been seeing some sneak peeks of these guys. I know I've seen a couple pictures. What made you go with the art style? Where did that inspiration come from?
So as you guys know, that we are a mining project, correct? So, that's what you mine as a miner. You mine blocks, right? So that was the idea behind making it truly Blocks. And then you can obviously tell with KOR Blockchain, that's in our name. So we thought that was kind of hinting at it too by putting that. So as far as the art goes, we have, and I can kind of talk first, like our 10 legendaries, as you noticed, they're really professional, high quality gemstones. So all of your ruby, sapphire, diamonds, all that cool stuff, tanzanite, and we'll actually be revealing one of those legendaries tonight too on this AMA. So yeah, basically those are valuable stones that you get from mining. Everything is found in the earth, and it's all basically mining themed. So along with the other collection too, you're gonna find other blockheads that are silver, bronze. We got a couple other cool things planned that we won't reveal yet, that basically will be inflicted in the actual art style. So we wanted to go with a mining theme, and we felt that true, like taking it literal with actually mining, that's what we'd make the art style with. So you'll see too with the more of the commons and some of the other rares that it's going to be more of a modern style. So what you saw with our legendaries and everything, that's, like I said, high quality, top tier, nice suits, all that stuff, canes, the classy feel with the legendaries. And then with the other stuff, we're going to get a lot of cool, merch. We got KPN merch in there. We have DocuShield, Minted. So we try to we try to basically express the Kadena community throughout all of our commons and everything. So we're actually so excited to start dropping some of those commons, and because there's a totally different feel to the collection that the people have not seen yet, that we're really excited to release. So as far as and I can kind of talk about this now since I mentioned the legendaries. We have 10 legendaries, 22 epics, 88 rares, 211 uncommons, and 780 commons, resulting in a total of 1,111 blocks. So that's kind of the basis of the art and the rarity system. So
That's a good breakdown. I feel like there's a, it definitely makes the legendaries legendary. That's for sure,
yeah.
out of those numbers. So the people who mint those are going to be some lucky individuals. That's for sure.
Yep.
So let's start first with a little bit about the utility of the block NFTs themselves and what they entail and what that comes along with when I mint one.
Correct. So by minting a Blocks NFT, you also get, let's start here, a super cool PFP to wear. This is going to be Marmalade standard art, and basically some of the best 3D art that's on Kadena right now. And we've invested a great deal of money in getting this art great. So as far as utility that comes with it, we have, like I said, 10, 22, 88, 211, and 780. So whatever rarity tier you get will determine the hash rate that you get. So these NFTs will be linked to hash rate that's at our facility, both in the immersion cooling tank and air cooled. So you mint one, and the way we have it set up is we're going to stack the hash rates in the rares. Okay, so there's going to be a substantial amount, not your 1 to 3 terahash, whatever, 1 to 5. Like these legendaries are going to have a lot of terahash, as well as the epics and the rares. So when you break down the math, you're looking at around a 1 in 10 chance of getting basically a lot of hash rate. And then our uncommons and commons will be, of lower hash rate. So the whole point of this project and the utility behind it was basically, let's have fun. We have our cold cut dry terahash already out right now that you can get. So with the blocks collection, we want to bring that kind of degen out of everybody, and really try to gamble to get the higher terahash NFTs, And when you actually break down the math of, like I said, the 1 to 10, that's better odds that you're getting, out of these rares for the 10,000 collection. You have a 1 in 10 chance of getting a substantial amount of terahash with the blocks collection.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the idea of, like you said, just kind of making it more proportionate so that when those people do claim that lucky prize of a legendary, it feels like, wow, I'm really getting something that's just like might be really changing for a lot of people. And also, I assume that once these things become available and on secondary markets, that the payouts and everything move along with the owners of the wallets.
100%, man. 100%.
So that means that these legendaries are going to come with probably some pretty substantial floor prices once the market gets set, I believe.
Yeah,
So that's going to be really interesting to follow.
I can say now that the legendaries will pretty much be a full miner. Guess what miner it can be, but pretty much be a full miner as far as terahash. Like I said, we'll release the terahash as this goes on a little further later. But I mean, you're pretty much you're basically getting a whole miner, a whole ASIC miner from these legendaries. So that is really cool for somebody to put in the small amount that it costs to mint and potentially change their next 3 to 5 years with Kadena being such a undervalued coin and such a the best technology in this space. It really could be a changing move to pull one of these legendaries.
Yeah, for sure. I know, and for people that are rarity hunters as well, it's going to be like, I'm going to try to hunt down all of these and get my hands on as many as I can. But a lot of people will just have to settle with whatever they mint. And I've minted quite a few NFTs in my time right off of like the initial mints, and never really had too much luck with the rarity on my side. Occasionally, once in a while, I'll get like, if it's a 10,000 collection, I might get in the top like 500s of rarity, but never hit that gold of getting, like a top 10 rarity or something, or a special one-off or anything like that. So hopefully we'll get to see a lot of people get a lot of life-changing things. So let's talk about how they're going to be able to get their hands on these blocks. Are you starting up a whitelist procedure already? Anything like that?
Correct. So we've decided to do something a little bit different. When we thought this through, we wanted to basically reward those that actually, participate in all the whitelist stuff. So we don't just make it so if you have one whitelist, you're good to go. Basically, you can have multiple whitelists with blocks. So the more posts that you're engaging with, the more stuff you're doing that's helping us out in a sense, the greater benefits you have with our mint. Okay. So we have a tier system. It starts from tier one if you have one whitelist, okay? And basically the tier one whitelist will be able to mint for $270, mint a Blocks NFT, and you get to mint as many as you like. So the tier two would be for people with three whitelists that get to mint at $260. So that's a $10 discount from tier one and get to mint as many as they like. Then you have tier three with five whitelists. People with five whitelists get to mint for $250. So that's our public sale price is going to be $300. So every whitelist has a discount. So for tier three, it'll be $250. You get to mint as many. And then tier four is our 10 whitelisters that get $230 for the mint. So that's $70 off of the public sale price of $300 and get to mint as many. Okay. So we're going to post the graphic right after this AMA to basically reiterate all that. So it's really easy to tell visually. But the way the sales are going to work is basically tier four gets to mint first, right? So this makes sure that they get to mint as many as they like. Okay. And then you have tier three minting next with the five whitelist at the discounted price, and they get to mint as many as they like and slowly going down through the tiers. So basically, people with higher whitelists get a cheaper price and get to make sure that they can mint one. So if we have enough people in tier three, there's a chance, the collection can sell out in tier three because you can mint as many as you like. And then the public sale doesn't get a chance to mint. So we feel that, just basically if you grind on all the whitelist stuff, it'll give you the priority of both a discount and priority to mint. So just the important thing about, the collection can be sold out during the whitelist. So that's why we encourage you guys to interact with all the whitelist stuff.
Now, all this whitelist stuff, what all does that kind of entail? Are you doing like giveaways on Twitter, things in your Discord? Like exactly how does one grind for these tiers?
Cool. So yeah, you can interact with all the giveaways we do on Twitter. We have a couple things that we have in our Discord listed on Blocks whitelist on how to get whitelisted and everything. So little things like changing your PFP to one of our cool blocks, and just basically interacting in our community. So that's how we did. So to give an example, we had 4 people change their PFPs right when we released the art and everything, and we rewarded all 4 of those people with 3 whitelists, to instantly bump them up to tier 2. So we will say that we will be giving these out more generously to start, rather than as time goes on, it'll slow down. So yeah, that's pretty much it on how to earn the whitelist.
Awesome. Now let's talk a little bit on how the OG badge will tie into these blocks as well. Is there any kind of thing that you get if you're already an OG badge holder for these?
Are we releasing the utility already here?
I don't know if that's what the utility was meant to be. I just kind of assumed, like, since you guys have came out and said that you guys are running it and you already have your OG badges minting, that I would assume that if someone's spending the money on the OG badge, they might get a bone thrown to them for a block.
100%, man. So we actually we've been posting for the past 3 days since we've released that we were the ones with founding blocks, that we've been every day releasing a new utility. So we had planned to release our 3rd final utility, which is our biggest utility so far. So we can start with reiterate on the first couple of utilities before we get into the 3rd utility. So first utility, OG badge holders will receive 1% of the mined KDA produced by Blocks NFTs. So we're looking around, I would say around 2,000 terahash for the total terahash that this collection will have. So that 2,000 terahash when we're sold out not when we're sold out, as it's being sold on, will be 1% of the terahash will go towards OG badge holders. So by having blocks sell out, and we'll have our sale sometime in December, we are instantly adding value to the OG badge by having the OG badge earn Kadena from these, NFTs that are minted, correct? So that was one of the very first utilities that we've said. So any NFT that's minted from KOR, we'll be doing blocks. We have so many things up our sleeve that we'll be doing, and it's just a way to raise the total terahash of this OG badge. So that kind of recaps utility number one. Utility number two, we have OG badge holders will receive automatic tier 4 whitelist, and higher tiers will receive the greater discounts. So as mentioned before, everybody with the OG badge, you're automatically tier 4. You're going to be able to mint a collection, and you get a mint for $230. That's $70 discount from the actual public sale. And keep in mind that that 230 price is for every single NFT you get to mint. So you have people on the outside that, basically are going to mint for 300, and you guys already have a head jump on as many as you like. So yeah, getting into the third utility here. Like I said, we just always want to reward our OGs for supporting us from the jump and everything. So we've decided to give the OG badge holders a first mint for blocks of only $150. So they'll get 50% off on the first mint that they do with blocks. So this provides a way for them to make sure that they get, a very cheap mint, and they basically have something of value. So even if, you don't pull the rare, you can still get essentially terahash for a low price. So it's going to be probably the best chance that you have to get, a substantial amount of terahash for the lowest amount price. So that's basically the third utility that we had planned for OG badge holders.
Well, that's absolutely huge. That's like completely changing kind of if you're an OG badge holder already, I'm sure you're kind of just like, oh my God, that's freaking amazing. Let's talk now about, for the people listening who aren't OG badge holders, can you still get an OG badge?
Correct. Yep. So right now, currently, you can actually get your OG badge, and your OG badge already comes with 1 terahash. So right now, it's 479 Kadena will get you your OG badge that will, one, make you 1% of all NFTs minted from KOR. That's the main utility of it. And then 2, it'll get you a 1 terahash separate NFT right now that's already paying out that you'll have separate. And then as well, provide you the 3 utilities with blocks, as far as getting the 1%, getting tier 4 whitelist at a $70 discount. And also you have 1 discount or 1 mint at the discounted of 50% off, which is $150. So you get quite a bit of a punch for, the 479 Kadena that the OG badge is worth. And we will continue to make this the centerpiece of utility in the KOR ecosystem. So everything that we do, we will incorporate benefits for OG badge holders. So yeah, that's pretty much the wrap on the OG badge there.
That's absolutely awesome. I love the kind of idea too, because one of the things I always ask projects when they're talking about minting is if you could plan on having a way of limiting how many NFTs someone can mint or something like that. So the whole idea of the OG badge holders getting that one half off NFT is a way that you can actually negate that. You can make it so that you can actually control that. And that's kind of genius and something I've never really thought of until you just said that. And I was like, wow, that's really genius.
Yep. And then also too, I mean, if you want to use your mint for $150, immediately you have people on the outside, because this is a limited collection. It's only 1,000 NFTs. So there's a very high possibility that, it sells out. So then you have people on the outside that want to buy for, $300 and are willing to buy for $300. So you immediately can, if you want to, if you say you got an uncommon or common that you didn't want, you can immediately flip that for that price, and that all goes back to paying back the OG badge that you got. And there's other utilities of the OG badge. We have our immersion cooling hosting and our air cooled hosting coming within the next month or two, and you get a monthly discount for hosting your own miner with us by holding the OG badge. So it's only a matter of months before you pay off your OG badge in discounts. So we definitely feel that this OG badge, we think it's a great investment for people if they want to be interacting with KOR Blockchain in different ways to earn KDA passively. So our thought was from the badge was from the very beginning with, having 1 per wallet was to make the supply short. And we want the OG badge for KOR to be the highest NFT floor price in the Kadena ecosystem. That was the goal that we had in the office when we were talking. We're like, let's make this NFT the most valuable NFT in the Kadena ecosystem. So we will continue to try to add value to this thing by, continually to giving it utility.
Well, just the fact that you keep adding on to these utilities and the fact that everything's kind of tied back to the OG badge for sure is going to keep the floor prices of these to be higher than maybe even the legendary blocks ones. You never know because of the fact that it's perpetuity and it's a percentage of the overall. So that may be a larger percentage than what you could get with the hash rate. Like it all comes down to the final numbers, which I'm sure you guys have done much more investigating into and crazy spreadsheets and stuff, and couldn't imagine all the stuff that you've had to do for that. Now, as far as going ahead with the mint for the blocks, are you guys going through any launch pads, or are you guys going to be just doing that yourself like the OG badge?
Mint it, man. We're gonna be incorporated on Mint it. The sale will be there, and you'll be able to buy, sell, all that stuff with Mint it. So really cool with Adrian over there. Love what he's doing. He's doing a great job. He's obviously so busy over there, helping out all these other projects. So that's another thing too. While we mentioned that we want to announce that we've actually hired a new pack developer. Just because we felt that our past developer wasn't up to par with the speed and work that we wanted to do. So we've decided to hire a very talented pack dev and everything that will complete the block side and basically help with the Marmalade switchover.
Now, what about the OG badge NFTs? Are they on a Marmalade standard, or if not, are any plans to try to port them over?
Yes, we 100% will be porting them on. So right now they currently aren't, and like I said, those will definitely be, as long as they'll be around. They got to be switched over. Which, from my understanding and previous talks, that it shouldn't be a hard switch. It's just right now, we have a lot of things to focus on. We have a dashboard coming. We have the hosting service coming. There's so many things that basically people would probably, if we took a poll, would want us to do before we switch that over. So that's definitely in the book soon here. But yeah, as far as right now, they're currently not. So
let's talk a little bit more about infrastructure. I believe the last time we talked, you guys were still working on one of your buildings or something. Any updates on that? Because you're talking about like the storage of hosting of miners and stuff, which of course would take more room and stuff like that. So let's get a little update on what your grounds look like nowadays.
Yeah, so that's actually an interesting question, because about a week and a half ago, I flew out to Indiana to see a facility, and the thought is everything's cool with what we have going on over here, but we started to look at how this bear market is diminishing returns. Okay, and with a high power cost over in Florida, electric just happens to be more expensive here. So we've actually been on the move trying to find basically cheaper power. Okay, so that's what the books have been busy with for the past 2 weeks, is figuring out a different spot. So we actually flew. We saw a facility that has a very low power rate, which in essence is better for you guys. If we're going to be hosting, and as far as people understand, hosting, like, clients usually have to pay for the power that they're taking with their miner. So it would not be fair to you guys if we hosted your miners here in Florida for X amount kilowatt hour rate. So this is why we're dramatically looking for the spot in Indiana that has a couple things that we can mention later about that facility that make it good and make it bad. And then we actually have a couple spots in Idaho that we're currently looking at. So we'll basically figure that out within the next month or two. And as far as timing wise on the difference of change of plan, it really doesn't affect us much, because electrical install and all that stuff for our building that we were currently building right now would still be sometime in January, February, before we got our electrical install. So our thought is let's actually just buy a facility that's already ready with a cheaper power rate, with more room to expand. The transformer that we were going to get installed here was 2.5 megawatts. The facility that we were looking at up in Indiana has a capacity for 10 megawatts. So when you start thinking about what that means for OG badge holders, our facility being able to hold not 50,000 terahash, but 10 times that. So we want to make sure that the money that we put in for the next facility essentially has more room to grow, has more room to scale. So we have been actually fairly, I've leaked a couple things in our Discord about it, but we've been fairly quiet on at least Twitter about our looking for a bigger and more power building. So
Well, that is the name of the game when it comes to mining, is the cheaper your power, the higher your rewards, because you got to pay those costs to run all these machines, and power is not getting any cheaper nowadays, that's for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Plus, it's definitely good that you're thinking of the future, because, yeah, like you said, the more wattage and everything you're able to bring in, the more miners you're going to be able to host. So definitely, that's just smart thinking for the future as you branch out and get bigger. Now, I know. So let's say OG badges sell out, because after hearing all this utility and everything, I have no idea why they won't. And then your blocks come out, and it whitelist sells it all out. They're gone in like the whatever time periods you're going to host them through. Now, actually, a back question about that. You mentioned that the OG badge holders will be able to mint in like a priority. Do they get first dibs like right off the bat?
So yeah, they get the tier 4 OG badge holders. So as far as the 150, yeah, their first mint at 150. It's going to be a separate OG tier that we're going to redo the graphic. I just couldn't leak it before. I couldn't say that when we talked about it before. But yeah, we're going to do a OG tier. It'll be around a day or two that the OGs can grab their one for X amount, and then we'll open up tier 4. But that doesn't mean that the OGs can't grab their 151 for that time being. So as the tiers open up, basically it'll be a day or two between each one, and tier 4 can mint in tier 1, or tier 2 can mint in tier 1, but tier 1 obviously can't mint in tier 2, 3, and 4. So that's, if I hope that answered your question.
So you're tied to your tier, but your tier price is for the entire run until they're sold out.
Correct.
Is what you're pretty much saying.
We're basically gonna get all the addresses that are tier 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're basically gonna program the contracts to know how much your mint is based on the contract, or based on the address that is basically minting. So you just got to make sure to mint with the address that you've been collecting these whitelists for, and you shouldn't have a problem with getting your discount in a different tier.
That also sounds like kind of another way that you can control the wallets that are minting, to make sure that people aren't making huge amounts of like multiple accounts and grinding daily and stuff like that. Because you'll notice like you want to kind of stick to all one address. It sounds like, to make sure that you don't miss out on anything.
Exactly. So if people have a bunch of different or doing all these giveaway bots, I didn't even think about that till you said something. How do you we would see different profiles saying the same address. We would basically, it would eliminate that. There'd be a way around. So truly organic whitelist giveaways.
So it looks like most of the action that you guys do is on your Discord. So let's talk a little bit about your community and stuff like that. I noticed like you guys are, I follow pretty much every channel every project I talk to, I usually join their Discord, usually follow along and check the notifications. And you guys are constantly busy, constantly in there talking. Let's talk about like what you think is going to be the future of your communications through not just Discord, but you guys also have a really cool Twitch channel. Any thoughts of maybe branching out on those, or like maybe even streaming on YouTube or things like that?
Yeah. So we actually, as you know, we have a decent YouTube subscriber following. We have, I think, close to around 2K, and we only posted like 2 videos. So I think that's definitely key looking ahead here as far as expanding and getting KOR's name out. We're going to continue to try to grow on YouTube and stuff. As soon as the development slows down, we can get out there and make these fun videos. And as far as Discord and stuff, we're actually looking for a community manager right now to basically, with blocks coming on and our KOR side, and the hosting side, we were actually going to start looking for a community manager to handle all these different variables. So as you guys know, we're a pretty small team and we actually handle everything ourselves. Long days, but it allows us to get things done the way we want to. So I think to answer your question, basically just expanding the team.
Yep, definitely. There's definitely a few people in the community that are kind of known for helping out and are known throughout the community. I'm sure that'll be hitting you guys up for possible positions.
Mhm.
I know we as also get asked that a lot because we are getting a lot busier as well as especially with Eucalyptus coming out with Koala Wallet soon, and
Yeah.
we're busy pushing on that. So we're probably going to be ending up branching out the Kadena Ecosystem team in the near future, but not quite there yet. So
Nice.
we're definitely already talking to people and being like, yeah, just send us your information. We're taking files and keeping
Hmm.
track of everything. And
Right.
there's a lot of really good people, like, well, really helpful. Like that's one thing about the Kadena community is that there's a lot of really helpful people that just want to really help and see each project succeed, and
Hmm.
just really jump in there, and like you don't really have to worry too much about, like, if a bad actor comes into your community, they're automatically shown the door and everything. It's
Yeah.
really good to see, like, and a good community manager is definitely helpful because that's pretty much what I do is
Yeah. I was gonna
is
say,
my
don't want to be
job
our
as
community
community
manager, man.
manager. I've been a community manager for a few years on a couple different crypto communities. So it's not exactly it's a lot of fun to talk to all these people and get to know all these people,
Mhm.
but it can also be stressful at some other times. Like I also noticed, like, when you open up a mint, like when you first started your OG badge minting and stuff like that, the chats like blow up, and like people
Yeah.
having small issues and, not
Yeah.
selecting the right chain or not being able to put
Yeah.
stuff through. And then you get people that come in and they're like, why is it always dead in here? And it's like, it's not
Mhm.
always dead in here. Like
Yeah.
it's just a slow time right now. Half the people in the world are asleep. You got to realize.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely interesting to see where communities go. But you guys have been definitely growing and growing and growing, and
Hmm.
that's really cool to see. Especially now that we're getting a lot of other projects and everything's growing. It seems like exponentially almost every week we're getting new projects minting and
Hmm.
new and projects just bringing out new utilities and all that kind of stuff. So after do you guys plan on doing any other collections? Let's say after Blocks is all done, and you have a new building that can expand out and everything like that. Are we going to see a second Blocks run or collection like that to possibly, get more miners and expand the business?
100%, man. That's the goal, and we'll always have regular Terahash. We'll have like the KOR Terahash for sale. So if you don't want to, participate in the gambling kind of degen type of fun NFT field, then you can always just make sure you get your money's worth for your Terahash on our DApp. So there'll always be KOR NFTs that you can select. 1 to 100 Terahash. We might need to make it 166 now because the K3. So the K3 doesn't have us beat. but but yeah, and then as far as that goes, pretty much some more blocks collections. It obviously won't be blocks, but we're going to continue to, if this is what you guys like and want to do, then we are so open ears to all that, man. And we'll just basically do what you guys say. I mean, you guys know how interactive we are with, just asking the community about what should we do about this, that, and pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much the wrap on that. So I personally feel, you see these markets kind of moving here, and we're basically going to be in for what I think is going to be a great year. And we're just so blessed to, have all this infrastructure, blocks, our hash rate NFTs already set up for this. So when we have, a bunch of people pouring into the Kadena ecosystem, when it's heading its way back to $25, we just basically, it'll be very, I don't want to say easy to sell because nothing's ever easy and you always have to, work for it. But it'll be, I would say, easier to get these NFTs sold, so the OG badge is basically at the value that we stated from the beginning. So we're just so happy that all this stuff is ready and we got to build during the bear market.
Yeah, definitely. This is the time that make projects great. Bear markets are for building, and that's what you do. Is you just put your head down and you build away, knowing that a brighter future is just around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I don't think we talked about with the OG badge and stuff is some of the other projects that are mining have like they're only good for a couple years or X amount of years. How long are your OG badges? Because I know this is one thing that is a common question for these types of NFTs.
Yeah, so we actually had it set to 5 years. So 5 years of KDA passive income at whatever, whatever hash rate we sold out. But we actually were like, you know what, let's basically basically 9 years now. Yeah. So we made it so if our contracts are 4 years, and somebody, mints a contract on the 5th year, you'll get paid out for 9 years. So you'll have 9 years of passive income with the OG badge.
And the 1% mined, now let's say you guys do expand within the first 9 years and expand and do another blocks run or another NFT run and expand and even more terahash out there. Is that still going to be 1% of the overall terahash no matter what? Like if you guys increase, that just means that 1% is going to be worth even more?
Yeah. So it's just as we increase it, the OG badge will just gradually, increase with it. So as the NFTs are sold.
So there you go. Like the amount of reasons for people to buy this OG badge just kind of keep piling up on top of each other here. It seems.
Yep.
Like, yeah,
I'm telling you, man, we're gonna make this OG badge great, man. This is the centerpiece of KOR. It's the centerpiece of our brand, and yeah, we might be losing money giving it all these utilities right now, but we're looking long term, and what people will see when they come into the Kadena ecosystem and they see, wow, what is this OG badge that's worth, X amount of Kadena, and we obviously don't know what Kadena will be at that point. I usually always think in terms of ETH, starting my young NFT career, on the ETH network. So, like you think of 20 ETH, 100 ETH. So we want that sort of reaction when people see these OG badges later on in the future is like, what the hell is this, man? What is this KOR OG badge? And then basically because we took the time to, basically spend the money now, so later it's worth it. Like I said, we're losing money on doing all these utilities for the OG badge, but it'll be worth it in the end for the brand, for essentially you guys as well.
Yeah, I have a feeling that in the future, once the OG badge is all minted out, that secondary markets are going to be rather bare because I don't see very many people wanting to put theirs up for sale because it's like why would you? If anything, if you mint the block for pretty much half price, you could just turn around and automatically flip that for. To get back at least a good chunk of the proceeds that you use to buy the original OG badge. So kind of it's win-win no matter kind of how you look at it. You can, for those people that are just looking for, that flip opportunity, there's lots of people that could care less about all of the utility and blah, blah, blah. They're just looking to get in on that early mint at a low price, sit on it for a month or two, wait for a floor price to go up and then flip it for a profit.
Yeah.
That there's kind of no way you can lose with this one. It kind of sounds like.
Yeah, we'll always be having new utility for it. So like the second somebody's about to floor it, they're like, oh wait, let me get this. Yeah, oh wait. I don't know. We'll see. But basically, yeah, we'll always be having utility for it. Like I said, this is the centerpiece of our company, and we'll make sure to do it right.
Awesome. Now, how far along are you guys in the OG badge mint?
So yeah, it's been what seems about a couple weeks, but it's been like a month and a half, and right now we have sitting around 45 OGs, and growing every single day. We got one yesterday, the one the night before, and basically and we're sitting around 45 right now. So for those who don't know, the 1% is split between holders. So the lower the supply, the higher the rewards are for the OG badge. So and also the lower the supply, the higher the floor, the higher the floor price will be in the future for it too, because there's obviously less in circulation. So right now our estimations put this OG badge at a low supply relative. So all the math that we've done was based off of 50 to 60 badges being in play. So it's actually a very very low relative supply. So we'll definitely announce though when the sale will be over, and or maybe we won't. Who knows? but we'll announce when OG badge sale is over and everything. So just make sure that you guys can grab one before we're done.
Do you have a set number that you're looking to hit before you possibly pull that trigger?
Yeah, we've talked about it because the idea is, yes, this third utility is great, and it might drive a lot of OG sales, but you guys have our best interest that we're going to make sure that it doesn't get too inflated, you know. So we've had some numbers in our mind that we might just cut it off at. So kind of a little more urgency for those that are on the edge waiting, that, you know, we might hit a number that we'll just end up cutting the OG badge off, because like I said, you guys know it's our vision to make this OG badge valuable in the future and everything. So we'll do what we need to do to protect it.
Well, we got, you know, there's now that there is multiple projects out there for NFT Kadena mining, and with, you know, one of them now completely minted out, I'm sure a lot of people are kind of been sitting back on the fence going, you know, I don't know who I should really go with, you know, like, you know, what ones provide the most kind of utility. And just from tonight's talk is obviously you guys are pretty much pushing the utility uses. It's like as many as you can just throw at people to be like, look, you know, this is about not just, you know, a community, but also a high reward. Like the ROI on this, the more utilities you throw at it, and the chance that right now, you know, like you said, the with the OG badge and the smaller amount of mints, that, you know, those 1% are going to be a lot larger, split amongst a lot smaller pool of people. So
Correct.
for
Yep.
people to get in on it, you know, it's like get in now while the price of Kadena is everything is really low. And also you got to realize once the price of Kadena starts to go and interest starts to become more mainstream for Kadena, that means a lot more people are going to want to go, oh, how do I get this stuff for free? How do I mine it? How do I blah, blah, blah. And there's lots of people out there that'll drop the 10 grand if they need to on a miner just to mine their own for free. But, you know, why drop the 10 grand when you can probably get even more hash rate and not have to pay any of those costs by just buying an NFT?
Correct. Yeah. No hassle, man. That was the whole mission from the beginning too, bro. Is like, you know, we wanted to provide a service that basically people can earn KDA passively, and it's all done through mining. A very, you know, substantial, stable, you know, you have the miner plugged in, it's going to make you profit. You know, it's not connected to some fairy tale, or it's not some weird staking lending, you know, thing. It's true at its core energy for Kadena ASIC mining, that it provides a solid way for people to earn KDA passively. So that was the whole mission, is, you know, let's help out the people that want to get into Kadena mining, that don't necessarily have the, you know, the utilities and the infrastructure to pull this off. And yep, KOR Blockchain aims to be that for Kadena mining, and we have not thought about, you know, mining anything else. It's just been, we want to. I was talking to Ben about this earlier today. Is like our vision is to be the biggest Kadena mining, I wouldn't say project, basically have the biggest Kadena mining farm and be the central hub for Kadena mining. Like when you think of mining Kadena passively, we want you to think of KOR Blockchain. So that's a goal that we have in mind.
Awesome, awesome. Now there's a bunch of conferences going on right now amongst the crypto community. Any chance that people might get a chance to talk to you in person at a conference, or any plans on going to anything in the near future?
So we've actually just requested to speak at the mining conference in Miami. So we're still waiting to hear back if that's the case. But unfortunately, I can't make it out to you know, the one, it was the one in Cancun, the digital summit. So unfortunately, I couldn't make it to that one. But we just been in development mode, and we've just been grinding hard in the office. So, you know, taking a trip out there, we don't have that luxury yet, you know. So we're gonna continue just to get the development done, and then once, you know, the foundation is set, then we can get out to the public more, and, you know, and talk all that. So
I think it'd be really great to see you talking at one of these conferences, just because
Mhm.
you're very eloquent in the way you speak. You're very, you know, you know your stuff, and definitely would be something I'm sure a lot of people would like to see. Like just to get a little bit more even in depth about, like, because sometimes at some of these shows they let you do like little presentations and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. I'm actually watching your Twitch stream right now. If you guys don't know, literally go watch twitch.tv/KOR Blockchain, and you can see their miners in their immersion cooling tank running away with these really cool lights.
Cool. Yeah, you
So
guys can find the link too as well in the Discord. Just go in the Discord and go all the way. It's going to be the last like category. It'll say links, and then just click live stream. So yeah, we actually, me and Ben just got done there today, and we were like, what's light should we put on today? We were like, should we do the solid purple? Should we this effect is called Dance Party. So we're like, oh, we'll throw on the dance party then.
Awesome. I used to be a Twitch streamer back in the day, but just something like this is really just cool to watch, and like it's almost like a ASMR kind of thing of like just like if you like watching like flashing lights and things like that, it's really cool to definitely see. And it's something different. Like you don't see this, like you don't see mining farms with live streams showing their things, and a lot of people like seeing this kind of stuff. You know, this is unique. Most people don't have a bunch of electronic computers pretty much submerged in liquid in a tank in their apartment, you know. So
yeah, man, I'm glad you said that, man, because that's what we pride ourselves in is actually, you know, having the facility and having the infrastructure set up and the knowledge to, like I said, I was just there dunking the other miners. Like, we want you guys to feel comfortable with your investment. You know, where is your miner at? Is it with the person that, you know, is having these NFTs? Is it with KOR Blockchain? You know, we provide ourselves in having the infrastructure and, you know, literally showing you the footage of your miner. So if you had any questions about, you know, where's my miner at, you know, we'd rather just show you right there. You know, the proof is in the pudding with us. And yeah, basically I'm glad you mentioned that, because we definitely pride ourselves in being the ones handling the miners.
have you, I believe last time we talked, one of the videos I suggested was one of you actually dunking a miner into a tank. Have you gotten around to maybe filming one of those yet?
Actually, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that next time. Sorry, I didn't
Awesome.
get a chance to do it. We have me like dunking it. You see my arms, you don't see my face, but yeah, we'll make sure to show face.
Yeah, I know, because like I said, it's unique. It's something that a lot of people are interested to see, because it's something that kind of it throws you off. You know, you're not really something you're told to never do. You know, and never put electronics, never submerge them, never blah blah blah. But this is totally different, and it's just really unique and cool to see.
Have you seen the YouTube video I did where it's like a full breakdown of the tank? It's like I'm sitting there, I'm explaining how the flow works, all the different, you know, amperage and connectivity, and basically it was like a 7 to 10 minute video. So that if anybody in the chat wants to look at that too, it's our YouTube, it's just KOR Blockchain. It'll be in our link tree as well that you can check out me giving you a little tour of this farm right here. And these are actually the hash rate that's associated with our contracts in our terahash pool. Basically this is it right here. So if you got an NFT from us right now, that's literally where the hash rate's originating from.
Yeah, definitely check out the YouTube channel, because besides videos, I think you're getting a lot of your subscribers from also these little shorts that you do. The shorts show some of the stuff like cleaning the hash boards and you know, just the miners running and things like that. So that's something that we've actually been looking into as well, like TikTok and things like that. But I leave that up to Michelle, our she's our kind of guru for the community management, and she's much better and fitted for TikTok and things like that. I'm a little bit too old to be getting into TikTok right now.
Yeah, man,
I wouldn't know what to do.
TikTok for us, it's not really good. I don't know if it's because people like seeing other things on TikTok rather than mine. I mean, let's be honest though, like miners, there's only so many videos you can take. It's just sitting there, you know, making noise. So TikTok isn't our best thing. Maybe we should get a little more creative, but as far as our platforms, yeah, we do YouTube, Twitter, and Discord are our main. We have a decent Instagram, but yeah.
Maybe you could do a TikTok of like, you know, not throwing a miner obviously, but putting a miner into the water and like make that kind of like a TikTok video. That'd be kind of good. So let's talk maybe a little bit about, I believe you said something about a little surprise that you had in store for people that came to listen tonight.
Yeah, so as you guys know, we're doing a free Blocks mint for our first giveaway from Blocks. Okay. So we're going to do it a little bit different. So it's Ben, go ahead and take a screenshot of everybody in here now. I don't want to get it mixed up with anyone. So if you're in here right now, here, I'll do that too right now, just in case. So if you're in here right now, you have a chance to win a free Blocks mint. All you have to do, and some of you are already ahead of the race, is we're going to drop our art reveal literally right when I tell Ben to. He's on the Blocks account right now with the tweet ready. So we're gonna drop the art reveal on Blocks Twitter, and you just have to like, retweet, and tag 3, okay, on that art reveal post, and then just make sure you're following both accounts, KOR Blockchain and Blocks, and just make sure that you're in our Discord as well. Our Discord is all merged into one. It's in the link tree for KOR Blockchain. So make sure you do that. And the only way we're going to be going through all the comments, right, for the people that tag 3. So you just have to make sure you have your PFP set to one of our blocks. You know, it can be the one that we just reveal. It can be any of the other ones. I see Noah and Brad already winning that race. They already got their PFP set. So go ahead. You can grab a PFP in our Discord. We actually have a Blocks PFP little category there that you can go grab the ones without the background or the ones with the animated backgrounds. You can grab whatever one you feel looks best aesthetically, and yep, go ahead and change your PFP, and then we'll announce it in 2 to 3 days, maybe 2, because I'm sure that it's only this many people that are in the chat right now. So yeah, we'll give it 2 days before we announce the winner of the first ever Blocks NFT mint.
Awesome. So just to recap, make sure you guys first, well, probably the easiest way will be go to the KDA Blocks. So that's like literally KDA at KDA Blocks on Twitter. Click the link tree. Make sure you follow them on Twitter as well. Click the link tree, join the Discord, get yourself a PVP picture of one of the blocks. Go back to your Twitter, change your profile picture to one of the blocks. And then once they tweet out the tweet, make sure you follow the instructions there. Retweet to friends, and then I guess you guys will just be going through, matching up the accounts from here,
and I don't know, we
might
give extra points to the first, the first 10 people that do it. So I don't know. Should we, Ben? Yeah, I think we should. So if you're the first 10, we'll add you in. We'll add you in another point, and basically all the things are points that we'll calculate. Cool. So go ahead, and Ben, you can go ahead and drop the tweet right now on Blocks. So and then maybe you can pull it up too on over in the thumbnail here, Chris, and then we can all take a look at it. Tell me what you guys think, man. I'm always open to adjustments, always open to all that. All right, Ben. Not Ben's listening right now.
Come on.
We're waiting, Ben. If he doesn't do it in the next minute here, then I'll go ahead and post it.
That's all right. We'll giving people time to get into the Discord and get pictures and stuff like that. So there's a few steps to go through. And now, do you guys have any pictures?
He's texting me. Like it's taking forever. So just give him a second. He's on it.
So if people don't have Discord, can they just grab a PvP picture off of your Twitter and use that instead?
Oh yeah. If you guys, don't have one, we got them on our Twitter. So it's just in our media.
So you don't necessarily need to join the Discord, but you should anyway.
Yep. If you don't have a Discord, it's okay. Sure. But
yep.
So Chris, I'm curious for your opinion here, man. What do you think? Which one do you like the most? As far as if you go on the Twitter, you'll see the banner and everything, and then we just added the blue one yesterday. Obviously, which one are you liking the most?
I like the clear see-through kind of diamond guy with the white diamond, suit and the monocle.
Yeah, that's my PFP actually for Discord. So I grabbed that one, and then Ben grabbed the gold.
Now, are these going to be actual ones that are in the collection, or were these ones you guys made just kind of for yourselves?
Oh no, these are in the collection. These are the legendaries. So these are the legendary gemstones.
Just because sometimes projects that do things like this will generate, one-offs just for themselves to use as PVPs that aren't actual NFTs. They just kind of did it, like going to use it as a profile picture to promote their business. So
yeah,
but no, that's awesome.
We got it leaked. Let me know when you see it.
There we go. That one's crazy.
Yep. It's a little more fun. A little more fun. We got like a pimp guy because it's purple. You know, it was only right to make him that. So.
So these legendaries, do they all have? Will they have these moving backgrounds and everything as NFTs?
Yeah. So all the legendaries have the animated backgrounds, and then all the regulars. So that 10 legendary will have animated backgrounds, and then the rest of the collection will have like a static background.
Awesome. Another thing that just makes them stand out amongst the crowd.
Yep.
So make sure you guys go and like, follow, retweet, tag 3 friends on the tweet that they just tweeted out. So I can add it to our tweet here as well. Copy link. But yeah, no, that's awesome. You guys have just been pounding away and getting stuff out there. It's really awesome to see. And I, for one, am super excited to see where Blocks goes. And I think there's going to be no problem probably selling those out in whitelist. And definitely going to be spreading around this AMA because people need to learn a little bit more about these OG badges because I got a feeling you may not want to close that sale down right away because you might have a little influx of sales, hopefully.
Yep, but whatever's best for the whatever we deem best is for KOR and everything. We'll do that. So like I said, if it starts getting too crazy, we'll pump the brakes down and we'll end the sale. But yep, that's pretty much it, man.
Awesome. If anyone's listening, if you got a couple more minutes here, we can maybe see if anyone has any questions they want to ask. I'm totally open for sticking around. If anyone wants to, just go ahead and send in a request to speak, and we'll bring you on up. Cool. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. I've been loving everything you guys have been doing, just working away. Like you said, you're just a small team, a small group of people. So, just got to keep those heads down and just keep pushing. And eventually, I think we're starting to see a little bit of break of daylight, possibly in the ecosystem and in crypto in general. So, things are starting to look up. We are coming around to Christmas, and usually that kind of picks people up a little bit and brings them a little bit of hope. And then you got that gloomy winter right afterwards. So, but so hopefully we can get a good push in before things take off.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if we got these, sold out, and next thing you know, everybody's got their hash rate ready before the next run. So that would be the perfect scenario.
Yep. All right. So like I said, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. We'll stick around for another minute or two, but I'm super excited. It's so what, I don't know if you've mentioned this before, but do we have a set date for the blocks?
Yeah, we're thinking around December, and I'm glad you mentioned that. We have the payout contracts already made. So development wise, we're looking very short. We don't have much to do. We've already figured out the hard part, and now I would think the biggest thing now is just making the marmalade switch, and making and setting up the mint with that. And as far as that goes, we have a very talented dev that's going to knock that out of the park. Within 7 to 14 days, but we want to make sure we give this collection time to get proper reach. So we're estimating around December. I would say December for sure. We can have this ready and launched. So when we start talking about, man, that's a month. Holy crap, time flies. But yeah, so that'll be perfect with the markets being low right now and gaining some traction. I think that we'll be able to get these out before a nice run. So.
Awesome. Be a nice little Christmas present for someone, maybe.
Yep.
Get someone into crypto and into Kadena specifically for their first time, and go and mint yourself an OG badge or something now and hold on to it till Christmas, and then give it to someone, send it to their wallet, teach them how to make a wallet, and learn. You can learn together. Everyone can be all happy and learn more about Kadena together. I know I did that 2 years ago. I gifted people, for Christmas, I gifted my mom a bunch of crypto and things like that. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, well, I'll hold on to it for you. I'm just telling you, this is your, I made her own wallet and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, you appreciate that later, man.
Exactly. She'll eventually. Well, she eventually came to me last year and was like, "Look, I've been saving up some like cash on the side." She's like, "Can you put that into Bitcoin for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." Like, you send me the cash, I'll put more Bitcoin into your wallet. I'm like, I already have the wallet set up, so she's hopefully,
Just tell
hopefully
her,
she'll be turning her.
just tell her the Kadena is Bitcoin.
Yeah. No, she's more of a not so much of a risk taker like that. She's more just
Yeah.
like just buy Bitcoin. And I was like, well, how about like actually she still has a bunch of Ethereum and stuff too. I gotta make sure everything's okay with her wallet now that I think about it. But anyways, I'm not worried. I've worked in crypto long enough that I know that as long as I have my phrase, my wallet is safe and sound.
Yeah.
So that's one good thing about crypto. So, well, doesn't look like we got too many questions, but if you guys do have any questions for KOR Blockchain, join their Discord. They're in there
Oh,
all the time talking. Oh, go
Chris,
ahead.
actually, we got a message from Brad. He said, "Not sure what happened there, but my audio went quiet. My question was, what methods of purchase will be available? The website says credit debit card purchases, but minted is just KDA. Will the credit card option be for KOR NFTs?" So I'm actually glad you mentioned that, Brad. That our front end is like old man. That's old news. So that's from I would say maybe 6-7 months ago. So the mint will be directly KDA. So don't worry about the credit card stuff. I'm glad you mentioned it because I totally forgot. But we will be doing a announcement on our phase 2, which we will be entering once we post our new front end. Okay, the new front end will come, I would say, within the next couple of days. So we have a super dope new front end that will have all the updated roadmap, everything updated. So yeah, glad that you mentioned that, so I can mention the front end stuff. So yeah, don't pay attention to that. Mints and KDA, and we'll have a new crispy front end coming here shortly.
Awesome. Glad you caught that because that is definitely an excellent question. So, yeah. Thank you very much for joining us today, Chase. Like I said, you guys are always welcome here, and hopefully before or maybe just after Blocks goes live, we could have you back because we're booking for mid-December right now and the start of next year. So
Perfect,
definitely
man.
always welcome.
Sounds good. Yeah, we should definitely set that up soon. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight. And it was an absolutely excellent talk. Make sure you guys go follow KOR Blockchain, follow their Twitter, join their Discord, follow their Twitch. If you don't have a Twitch, it's free to make. Follow their YouTube, follow all of their stuff because they are making some amazing strides forward in the Kadena community. So thank you very much for joining us again, Chase. And hopefully everyone has a good evening.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Thank you.
No problem. Take care.
See you guys.
That wraps up another amazing AMA. Thank you for listening. Here at KPN, we strive to bring an open platform for projects being built on Kadena to present themselves to the community. Please ensure to do your own research on each project before investing. Also ensure to follow us on all our social media from Twitter to subscribing to our weekly newsletter to ensure to keep up to date on everything KDA related. You can find all the links in the description below. Take care.